Namo Guru Lokeshvaraya. Universal being enriched with supreme power, you look at me with compassion. Perfect, revered treasure of compassion, please guide me and guide and save me. I request the transcendental sublime compassion and eyed one. Please be my captain, liberating me from the great oceans of beginning with samsara. When I am scared by the darkness of ignorance, please be my illuminating light, compassionate eyed one. When I have a blazing fire of anger towards my enemies, please be the waterfall that extinguishes, compassionate eyed one. When I have violent waves of attachment towards my friends, please help me to realize the ultimate nature of compassion that I'd won. When I am bound to my possessions by the knot of miserliness, please be my manager of giving passion that I'd won. When I am intoxicated by the five poisonous delusions, Please be my king of medicine, compassionate eyed one. When I am disturbed and frightened at the time of death, please show me your face in introducing self-nature, compassionate eyed one. When I am surrounded by the karmic messengers of Yama, please be my refuge and guide, compassionate eyed one. When I am traveling the unknown, dangerous path of the intermediate state, Lord of compassionate eyed one. When I am seeking and wandering indefinitely, you take me to the Pure Land, compassionate eyed one. When I am experiencing the suffering of karma in the womb, please put a tent of light for me, compassionate eyed one. When I have taken birth in the body of an unknowing baby, please be my virtuous friend, compassionate eyed one. And I always visualize you on my crown, speaks to you. Please be my root guru, compassionate eyed one. When I meditate on and praise you, my mind field deity, compassionate eyed one. When I experience bad conditions, outer and inner obstacles, please be my Dharma protector and pacify them, compassionate eyed one. When my mind is tormented by ill health, hunger, thirst, and poverty, please grant the attainment of all my wishes, compassionate eyed one. When I request the continual sound of the 6 syllables of Mani Padme Hum embracing your ears, me with your compassion, compassionate eyed one. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. Really seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the person's freedom is found only once, greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind and unceasingly day and night take its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble, no matter how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a powder follows the body, the result of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativities, accomplish virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures the door to all suffering, they are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, great caution arise. The root of the teachings of keeping the body moksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. My clear recognition of this lets me to practice the bodhisattva vows with good energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects, quickly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream, unified path of abiding in special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate one, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, this is accomplishing 2 attainments, vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to reflect these vows and pledges like my life. Then having really important the 2 stages, the essence of to be of the 4 sessions. Please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. That was the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice and have long lives. Bless me to pacify completely all inner and inner hindrances. I have been the by perfect gurus and enjoy the magnificent Dharma. Completing the qualities of stations and paths, contain the state of Vajradhara. I instantaneously arise as the holy body of the great compassionate one. Om Nanda Great Om Om Sabhava Jidu Savadama Sabhava Jidu Om. The offering substance has become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable Om melts into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offering, and function to bestow a special uncontaminated bliss. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, and become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collection of generosity and so forth may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings and generate the thought of full enlightenment. The thought does liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge. Dharma and Sangha until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings that generate the thought of full enlightenment. Thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge. The Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, benefit as any beings that generate the thought of enlightenment. Rays of light emanate from the white tree that rests on the moon disk of the heart of oneself, visualized as the great compassionate one. Invoking from the natural abode Gurya Arya, great compassionate one, having the aspect of 11 faces, surrounded by the lineage gurus, the assembly of deities, the great compassionate one, and then an assembly of meditational deities, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakas, Dakinis, Dharma protectors and guardians, all guarding the space before me in a wide-stemmed, thousand-petaled lotus. Embodying all Buddhas and holders of the Vajra, roots of the three sublime ones, to all gurus I prostrate. One never tires of seeing your Vajra body's beauty, its qualities beyond thought, to gurus' forms I prostrate. Melodious Brahma-like speech roars like the mighty lion, terrifies non-believers, to gurus' speech I prostrate. Wisdom of bliss and voidness, like spaces free of concepts, dwelling in triple freedom, to Guru's mind I prostrate. Sugata's Dharmakaya, UCL6 realms beings. 11th head pervades all, Amitabha I prostrate. Who helps according to need, with eyes of thousand Buddhas, with arms of thousand monarchs, to Chandrazig I prostrate. Dakini Lakshman Kara, Narianda Vajuna. Yeshe Sampoda Gyaltsen, the lineage I prostrate. Shenreizi's great compassion, under she's mindful knowing. Tsongkhapa, jewel of sages, Lozang Drakpa, I prostrate. The guarding with great compassion, oceans of boundless merit. Founders who are all knowing, to Dagaras I prostrate. The path of sublime meaning, which frees us from our passions, frees us from suffering realms, to Dharma's peace I prostrate. Abiding in three trainings, showing the path of freedom. Endowed with realization, sublime Sangha, I prostrate. Born into the Shakya clan, destroyer of all those. Form like a golden mountain, to Shakya's king I prostrate. A refuge for the guileless, you prevent untimely death. Chief of the guides of this world, Amitayas I prostrate. Bhagavan with great compassion, you cleanse a poison sickness. Purify bad migrations, Lepis Buddha I prostrate. You with youthful appearance, adorned with lamp of wisdom, dispel darkness of three worlds, to Manjushri have prostrate. Much praised by all the Buddhas, vast merits you collected. Given the name Chenrezi, go is to you high prostrate. Sangedra Nijinor Pamagawa Danyasha. To you hala hala, Chenrezi, because I prostrate. Bagendor Jeju Wanju, doing on Hari Hari. Aryas of 10 directions, O Chenrezi, because I prostrate. Tori frees from samsara, to Tori from the atheist. Tori frees from all disease, Mother Tara, I prostrate. You scare as Mahabala, his mantra king, your virtuous. Taming all the unsubdued, Vajrapani, I prostrate. Uh, Equaling all the atoms of earth, my body is prostrate, confidence unshaking to all is worthy of praise. Homage to you, Flora Manjushri. You lions among humans, of past, present, and future, in all corners of this world, with all my three doors I bow. By the power of this prayer, seeing Buddhas directly, I bow to them with bodies as many as all atoms. On each atom are Buddhas, as many as all atoms. Like this I have conviction that everywhere are Buddhas, proclaiming all these Buddhas with endless oceans of praise. Shamagnoti sounds, I sing Sugata's praises. Best of all the flowers, kind symbols and ornaments. Those parasols and incense I offer to thy prophets. Fragrant fragrances, garments, and maru medicines. With the things well displayed, I offer to the conquerors. With strong faith and good actions, I prostrate to all conquerors, and offer them these offerings, extensive and unsurpassed. Offering goddesses arise from the created one's heart and make offerings. Maria Lugis Varazabhavivara Agam Bradijazuha Maria Lugis Varazabhavivara Adyam Bradijazuha Maria Lugis Varazabhavivara Uzbe Bradijazuha Maria Lugizvara Zabariwa Ube Bradijazuha Maria Lugizvara Zabariwa Haluge Bradijazuha Maria Lugizvara Zabariwa Yende Bradijazuha Maria Lugizvara Zabariwa Nivedye Bradijazuha Maria Lugizvara Zabariwa Sadam Bradijazuha. Jingam Buhaju Om Danda Bhumya Om Manjandagi Dashi Om Dindaviki Om Jidari Yugi Gorway Hosu Rikyabari Rab Jalu Babozo Zandule Ubalanja Jandrami Maya Maya Yadanda Jojo Raminian Raminian Gina Rinpoche Iwo Bazangi Dojo Hiba Mamo Bayi Lodo Olo Rinpoche Nobo Rinpoche Nanda Rinpoche Nanda Rinpoche Namba Rinpoche Tatu Rinpoche Namba Rinpoche Dejenbo Yi Bomba Yema Drima Luma get wake up then Uzuhara Pi Pelju Bum Zum Zoba Masawa Adani Dido Warida Dren Zawarangi Barjebe then Lama Dambanam Tangi Baduyam Pakchuk Tuje Timbula Zukuran Jebana Gambu Agyo Tuje Druwe Dondu Shizu Nedanda Sudro Mangi Namgi Taranyam Bezimjin Tamjela Sewa Jimbukuni Jingila Duzo Zajibugi Joshinedum Ramri Ravlin Nideyan Padin Zangindum Nigdevuagi Rugunandadinam Tubaludagijadan Mozun Giwen Yudranyan Barzum Budam Lonjujen Pandam Deva Boogie Legs Uzum Ranzadruvam Jingilo Belden Lamin Uzeidem Anganyan Yonam Vigidum Vajan Malu Orzadrijanim Yorduzangidoma Nilo Vidam Gurnamandala Ganayatayana. Whatever evil I have done on my body, speech, and mind, I confess them all individually. From the dedication of Baradabi and the visible Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. From the dedication of Baradabi and the visible Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. The dedication of Baradabi and the Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. The dedication of Baradabi and the Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. The dedication of Baradabi and the Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. The dedication of Baradabi and the Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. The dedication of Baradabi and the Zagiriji Gelt on the Jackson. No, Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya, Rane Mahane, the Bejays. Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya, Rane Mahane, the Bejays. No, Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya, Rane Mahane, the Bejays. No, Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya, Rane Mahane, the Bejays. Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya, Rane Mahane, the Bejays. No Bhagavate Ranakadu Rajaya, the mix of Buraya. Ramrani Rani Marani Rani Vijays. Bhagavate Rani Kedera Jia, the Kedera is a mix of Buddha. Ramrani Rani Marani Rani Vijays. Om Namo Manju Shri He Namazu Shri He Mahutama Shri He Swaha. Om Namo Manju Shri He Azu Shui Namo Dhamma Shui Om Om Namo Madhu Shui Masu Shui Namo Dhamma Shui Om. I take the Gati to at all times, take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take the Gati to at all times, take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take the Gati to at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. The founder Bhagavan Haragara Buddhist Buddha, Buddhist Kafir Shaki Mere Buddha, prostrate. Hitagara thoroughly strong with Vajras and prostrate, Hitagara reading Jula prostrate, Hitagara Guru Nagata prostrate, Hitagara Mutures prostrate, Hitagara glorious bloody hero prostrate, Hitagara Jewel Fire prostrate, Hitagara Jumuna prostrate, Hitagara meaningful to see prostrate, Hitagara Jumuna prostrate, Hitagara status on prostrate. Hitagara bestowed with courage I prostrate, Hitagara pure one I prostrate, Hitagara bestowed with purity I prostrate. Tagara water got prostrate, Tagara radiant water got prostrate, Tagara glorious goodness of prostrate, Tagara glorious hand water prostrate, Tagara infinite splendor prostrate, Tagara glorious light prostrate, Tagara starless glory prostrate, Tagara sun on the craving prostrate, Tagara glorious flower prostrate, Tagara pure light rays clothing on my play prostrate, Tagara lotus light rays clothing on my play prostrate, Tagara glorious wrath prostrate, Tagara glorious mindfulness prostrate. Tagara glorious name, whatever name to prostrate, Tagara Greeking, Holy Turban of Reform's power prostrate. Tagara glorious one who is doing a prostrate, Tagara utterly victorious in battle I prostrate. Tagara glorious strength that is doing a prostrate. Tagara glorious manifestations liberating all I prostrate. Tagara also doing the lotus I prostrate. Tagara heart of the King Lord of the Public City, the lotus I prostrate. The founder Bhagavan Hadagara Pelican Buddhist Buddha, who is Krishna Committee Buddha prostrate. Tagara starless strong and Vajras and prostrate. Tagara radiant Jula prostrate. Tagara King Lord Nagata prostrate. Tagara Amid Heroes prostrate. Tagara Light Hero prostrate. Tagara radiant Jul Fire prostrate. Tagara Jul Moonlight prostrate. Tagara meaningful Sea prostrate. Tagara Jul Moonlight prostrate. Tagara Sailors One prostrate. Tagara Bestow with courage I prostrate. Tagara Pure One prostrate. Tagara Bestow with purity I prostrate. Tagara Tagara Water God prostrate. Tagara Divi the Water God prostrate. Tagara glorious goodness I prostrate. Tagara glorious mindfulness. Glorious sandalwood I prostrate. To that how Tagara splendor I prostrate. Tagara glorious light I prostrate. Tagara starless glory I prostrate. Tagara son of giving I prostrate. Tagara glorious flower I prostrate. Tagara pure splendor with I play I prostrate. Tagara lotus light I splendor my play I prostrate. Tagara glorious cloth I prostrate. Tagara glorious mindfulness I prostrate. Tagara glorious name one of I prostrate. Tagara victor ben and promise power I prostrate. Tagara Tagara glorious one holy doing a prostrate. Tagara victorious in battle I prostrate. Tagara glorious reason necessary doing a prostrate. Tagara Tagara glorious manifestations illuminating all I prostrate. Tagara also doing total letters I prostrate. Tagara heart of the Bida seated on King Lord of the Mountains, from the seated on Jubilant Lotus I prostrate. The founder Bhagavan Hadara the Buddhist Buddha, who is called Shakyamuni Buddha I prostrate. Tagara third lifter with Vadarasans I prostrate. Tagara radiant jewel I prostrate. Tagara King Lord of the Nagas I prostrate. Tagara army heroes I prostrate. Tagara delighted hero I prostrate. Tagara jewel fire I prostrate. Tagara glue moonlight I prostrate. Tagara meaningful sea I prostrate. Tagara June moon I prostrate. Tagara famous one I prostrate. Tagara bestowed with courage I prostrate. Tagara pure one I prostrate. Tagara bestowed with purity I prostrate. Tagara water God I prostrate. Tagara deity the water God I prostrate. Tagara glorious goodness I prostrate. Tagara glorious sandalwood I prostrate. Tagara that splendor I prostrate. Tagara glorious light I prostrate. Tagara starless glory I prostrate. Tagara Uh, and if I'm giving a prostrate, I got a glorious flower prostrate. I got a pure light high school and whereby player prostrate. I got a lotus light high school and whereby player prostrate. I got a glorious wealth of prostrate. I got a glorious mindfulness of prostrate. I got a glorious name body redound of prostrate. I got a king and hold the victory banner for his power prostrate. I got a glorious one of subduing a prostrate. I got a victorious in battle of prostrate. I got a glorious transcendence of subduing a prostrate. To the top, I got a glorious manifestation illuminating all our prostrate. I got a king also doing the lotus of prostrate. I got a harp of the completed Buddha. King Lord of the Mountains told me that I should lotus of prostrate. The Bhagavan had a heart of the Buddha, glory and glorious innovation, signs are prostrate. The Bhagavan had a heart for like this Buddha. King of the body sound, bleeding into skill, firmness, like Lord Jules, but a lot of prostrate. Bhagavan had a heart for like the Bahamas Buddha, segment gold. Beginning the duel who accomplishes of conduct are prostrate. Bhagavan had a heart for like the Buddha, uh, glorious supreme. All you 35 Buddhas, Himalayas Buddhas, and others with many Tathagata hearts, who have the Buddha Buddhas, there are existing, sustaining, and residing in the world system in 10 directions. All you Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. In this life and all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara, these lives that have been the actions I have created, have been of this creator, adoration, the creation of possession of the stupid, possession of the sangha, possession of the sangha of the 10 directions I have appropriated, and others appropriated, adoration, the appropriation of. Mention the 5 actions of immediate retribution I have done, caused to be done, or adoration, the doing of. Whichever among the actions I have done, engaging others to engage in, endorse, and engaging in. Whatever I have done being obscured by this karma that causes me to be born at the helm, set me in the helm realm, the animal realm, and the preta realm, or that is country as a barbarian or as a life god. Imperfect faculties, holding on of views, and not being pleased with Buddha's descent. The presence of the Buddha Bhagavans who were transcendental wisdom, where eyes or witnesses were valid, were received with the lucid consciousness, and would I may confess all these negativities. I will not conceal them nor hide them, and if now in the future I'll abstain and refrain from indicating them again. All Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me in this life and on the states of rebirth in which I have circled and from sorrow to the beginningless life. The virtue of Kedava generosity, the middle of giving mouthful of food, or being from the animal realm. The virtue of Kedava giving morality, with the virtue of Kedava full impure conduct. Cercare solidarity beings that approach the virtue getting bodhicitta, the virtue of my inspiration, and then the wisdom always assembled and gathered, combined together, ability to get to the unsurpassed, the unexcelled, that higher than the higher, that's superior to the superior, dedicate to the highest, perfectly equal to the enlightenment. As the previous Buddha Bhagavans are fully dedicated, as the future Buddha Bhagavans will fully dedicate, as the presently abiding Buddha Bhagavans are fully dedicating it to dedicate fully, confess all negativities individually, rejoice in all merits, which in request all Buddhas may achieve the highest, supreme, highest, holy, privileged, transcendental wisdom. The conqueror is the best of humans, who was living in the present time, who was lived in the past, and was likewise come, was of qualities as vast as an infinite ocean with hands folded I approach refuge. Woe is me, O great Guru of Vatadar, all other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who guide in 10 directions, Venerable Sangha, please pay attention to me. I who am called Tedzagache, circling in cyclic existence of beginningless time and of the present, or bound by mental afflictions of attachment, hatred, and ignorance by means of speech mind of creative 10 non-virtuous actions. I began to the 5 and interrupted the negative karmas, and the 5 nearing and the negative karmas. To adjust the vows of individual liberation, to adjust the vows of the Bodhisattvas, this is my sacred mantra. I've been disrespectful to my parents, I've been disrespectful to my Vajra masters, my abbot, disrespectful to my spiritual friends living in the nation. I've committed actions harmful to the 3 blind ones, abandoned the 3 Ali Dharma, criticized the Arya Sangha, harmed beings, and so on. These are many non-virtuous actions I have done, I've caused others to do it, and others doing, and so forth. Present the great Guru Vajradhara, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions of the Venerable Sangha. I made this entire collection of faults and transgressions that are obstacles to my own higher rebirth and liberation, causes of secular existence and miserable lower rebirths. And then I conceal them and accept them as negative. I promise to refrain or to do these actions again in the future. By confessing and acknowledging them, I will obtain divine happiness. And by not confessing and acknowledging them, true happiness will not come. I rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions. Solitary realizers, years of training, and those beyond, of all transmigratory beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who obtain the Buddha's admission to the stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please to the Supreme Lord Dharma. With palms together in a singular request, you may actualize Parinirvana, with this for aims the most atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all what has sorrow. Whatever slight virtue I've accumulated by prostrating, operating, confessing, rejoicing and urging and caressing, I've got to get all to full awakening. Umamo gajila zambara bara bara majuda sadva baba vibhushi. Sadara dara zamanda abulugi de umbezum. Umamo gajila zambara bara bara majuda sadva baba vibhushi. Sadara dara zamanda abulugi de umbezum. Mamo gajila zambara bara bara mahajura sarva baba vibhujita bhuja dara dara zamanda abalagi de umbe zuam. Bhuja dara dara zamanda abalagi de umbe zuam. May I maintain faultless morality, the Dharma rules, and immaculate morality. May I complete the perfection of moral conduct by keeping morality purely and untainted by pride. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness and knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred with those held close and distant. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred with those held close and distant. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, fear of attachment, and hatred, those close and distant. Deities of the field of merit, collecting the merit, return there and above. Om Sabhava Judo Savadama Sabhava Judo Hom. Nature to myself, the deity to be meditated upon, and all phenomena are in the essence of one taste and emptiness. From the sphere of emptiness, the aspect of the tone of the mantra Mani Padme Hum resounds, pervading the realm of space. My mind, in the aspect of the undifferentiable suchness of myself and the deity, becomes a moon mandala, upon which the very aspect of the tone of the mantra resounding in space is set down, having the form of written syllables, like very pure mercury adhering to grains of gold. That completely transforms into a thousand-petaled lotus as brilliant as refined gold, marked at the center by the mantra Mani Padme Hum. From the tips of multicolored light rays emitted from the moon, lotus, and mantra, innumerable holy bodies of the Arya Avalokiteshvara spread out, pervading all the realms of space. Great clouds of miraculously emanated offerings are beautifully offered to the Buddhas and their children. Me and another great emanated cloud, a continuous rain of nectar descends, extinguishing the fires of suffering of all migrators of the hells and of the realms. They are satisfied with bliss and become Avalokiteshvara. Then the light rays, along with the bodies of the deity, return into one's own mind in the aspect of the moon mandala, lotus, and mantra garland. These transform into a multicolored lotus and moon seat, upon which oneself arises as Arya Avalokiteshvara, the white-colored body in the prime of youth, and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and snarling expressions. Above these is the wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles. Third eye and iron hair standing upright. On the crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect devoid of ornaments with its own neck. The first two hands are folded to the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghosts, ascending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of getting sublime realizations. And the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel. The fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands as soft as lotus petals are in the mudra of getting sublime realizations. And the palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion or below the knees. An antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is the lower garment of fine cloth. I am endowed with a golden belt adorned with jewels, and beautified with locks of orange hair. I have a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets, or garments of various colored silks and radiant rays of white light. On the crown of the central head is a white Om, throat a red eye, and at the heart a blue Hum. Upon the moon mandala at the heart is a white tree, long vowel and supplicant aspiration. Om Padme Bawai Soham. 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 Light rays radiate from the Hri at the heart, invoking from the natural abode Arya Avalokiteshvara surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Om Arya Lokeshvara Zabari Vara Vadazamaya Dadazahum. They become non-dual with oneself, the commitment being. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri at one's heart, invoking the empowering deities, the five Buddha families with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. Om Panchakula Zabari Varanam Bodhisattva. 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 Jazuham. Panchakula Zabari Wara Haluge Jazuham. Panchakula Zabari Wara Gende Jazuham. Panchakula Zabari Wara Nevedye Jazuham. Panchakula Zabari Wara all Tathagatas, please bestow the empowerment upon me. Requested thus, the goddess stretched and widened the others, who are emitted from the Tathagatas' hearts, hold aloft vases filled with nectar and say, this is at the very time of birth, they have been offered ablution to the Buddha. So do I with pure divine water of ablution to the holy body. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all defilements are purified. The transformation of the eggs is water remaining on the crown. The head becomes adorned with a red helmet on the crown, who is in the very nature of one's guru. Blue akshobi on the forehead, yellow ratna sabhava behind the right ear, white Vairachana at the back, green Amoda Siddhi behind the left ear. On the moon cushion at one's heart is the exalted wisdom being Aryava Lokateshvara, the white-colored holy body, one face and two hands. The right hand is in the mudra bit bestowing sublime realizations. Left holds a lotus at his heart. The moon cushion at his heart is marked with the concentration being white free with a long vowel and subsequent expiration. Om Manda Grid Hom Te Sabhavashira Savadam Sabhavashira Hom. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness from broom syllables, vast and extensive pressure vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, function to bestow special uncontaminated blood. Maria Luis Varazabari Wahagam Ijazoham. Maria Luis Varazabari Wahabadiam Pradijazoham. Maria Luis Varazabari Wahagam Uzbe Pradijazoham. Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Ube Bradija Zuham Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Aluge Bradija Zuham Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Gende Bradija Zuham Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Nivedye Bradija Zuha Maria Lugishvara Sabariwa Ada Bradija Highly venerated by all the Buddhas, you accumulated all holy qualities. Look for the name of Avalokiteshvara. God should be always merciful one. Om Guru Savadada Gada Gaya Bhakjita Vada Bada Mena Zavadada Gada Vada Pada Pada Nam Karumi. Om Badamara Jido, 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 Om Badamara Jido. On a moon disk at one's heart is a concentration being syllable Hari. Surrounded by garlands of the mantras to be recited, white in color and spinning clockwise. Light rays radiate from them, filling all the inside of one's body and purifying all negativities and obscurations. Light rays radiate outwards from which an incalculable assembly of deities of the great compassionate one are emitted, purifying the negativities and obscurations of all sentient beings, and setting men in the state of Avalokiteshvara. These then collect back and dissolve into the heat at one's heart. Namo Ratnadraya Namaryadyanam Saigavavadajam Gurajaya Tatagadayam Arhade Samyaksambhu Namazaru Tatagadevyarhadevi Samyaksambhurebhya Namarya Bhurti Saraya Bodhisattvaya Mahasattvaya Mahagavri Yadahom Davradauram Dividividarum Idevadetsale Sale Bransale Bransale Uzume Buzuma Ware Yilimile Devala Mabana Yisroha. Adamdar. Nanda greed home day, Zabawa Judo Savada Mazubawa Judo home. The mandala becomes just empty. From within emptiness, a white broom radiating 5-colored light rays separates from the tree at my heart and comes to rest at the side of the mandala. It transforms into a multicolored lotus in which rests the multicolored cross of Vajra. Upon its central hub is the inestimable mansion, composed of a variety of jewels. It is square with 4 doors and 4 archways. In the middle of that is an 8-petal lotus, the center of which is a precious throne upon which are a variegated lotus and moon. Next to the petals in the 4 cardinal directions is the moon seat. Upon the central cushion is a white syllable Hri, which becomes a white 8-petal lotus as brilliant as refined gold, marked with the syllable Hri. Light rays radiate from it, making offerings to the Arya beings, and enacting the welfare of all sentient beings. It collects back, and from the transformation arises Arya Avalokiteshvara, with a white-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is the wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, third eye and orange hair standing upright. On its crown is a piece of red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect, devoid of ornament with its own neck. The first 2 hands are folded at the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, ascending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of getting sublime realizations, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem, the third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands are soft as lotus petals, or in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. In the palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the ground protrusion nor below the knees. An antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. He is endowed with a golden belt adorned with jewels, and is beautified with locks of orange hair. He had the jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets, or his garments of various colored silks and radiates rays of white light. In the east, from home, blew Akshavya, right hand pressing the earth, left an equipoise. In the south, from Tram, yellow Zarnasambhava, right hand giving the sublime, left an equipoise. In the west, from Om, white Vadarchana, the mudra of the supreme enlightenment. In the north, from Mag, Vinamoga city, right hand giving refuge, left in that mudra of equipoise. They are also beautified with beautiful precious ornaments and garments of various silks, and seated with the legs in the Vajra posture. Upon a lotus and moon disc at the heart of the principal deity is the white Hri, from which light rays radiate, looking from the Bhutala in the southern direction. Arya Avalokiteshvara, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions. Maria Lucas Varasabari, Varavarazamaya, they become non-dual with the commitment beings. The crowns of all the deities are marked by a white Om, their throats by a red A, and their hearts by a blue Hom. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri of the central deity's heart, invoking the empowering deities, 5 Buddha families with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. All Tathagata's peace bestow the empowerment upon him. Requested thus, the goddess dressed in white and the others, who emitted from the Tathagata's hearts, hold love vases filled with nectar and say, this is at the very time of birth, Deva does ablution to the Buddha. So do I with pure divine water offer ablution to the holy body. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all the defilements are purified. With transformation, the excess water remaining on the crown. The head becomes adorned with Amitabha on the crown, Akshobhya on the forehead, Anasambhava behind the right ear, Vairochana at the back, and the Mukasiddhi behind the left ear. Om Padmanda Greet Home. Sabhava Shuddha Zavadama Sabhava Shuddha Home. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness and verm syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow a special uncontaminated negative bliss. Amagama Bhadima, Tujbeam Dubeam, Malagayam Gandhyam, Nividyam Shabdam, Rubam Shabdam, Gandhyam Rasam, Barjam. Yawa Gyatsu Judzili Drube, Jingham Gyatsu Juyun Gyatsu Zo, Yenden Gyatsu Gyawa Gorjenam, Deva Gyatsu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugi Zvara Sabari Wam, Agam Pradija Zuham. Yawa Gyatsu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyatsu Shabzil Gyatsu Zo, Yenden Gyatsu Gyawa Gorjelam, Deva Gyatsu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugishvara Saparivar, Vadyam Pradija Zuham. Yawa Gyazu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyazu Medu Gyazu Zu, Yenden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjelam, Eva Gyazu Bulu Jesu, Om Arya Lukishvara Sabari Wan, Ujbe Pradija Zuham, Yawa Gyazu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyazu Dugbo Gyazu Zo, Yanden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjelam, Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu, Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Wan, Ube Pradija Zuham, Yawa Gyazu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyazu Namsil Gyazu Zo, Yenden Gyazu Gyawa Korjela, Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Wam, Aluge Pradija Zuham, Yawa Gyazu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyazu Drijab Gyazu Zo, Yenden Gyazu Gyawa Korjela, Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Wan, Yende Pradija Zuham, Yawa Gyazu Zile Druben, Jingham Gyazu Shelse Gyazu Zo, Yenden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjela, Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Wan, Nivedye Pradija Zuham, Yawa Gyazu Judzili Druben, Jingham Gyazu Roma Gyazu Zo, Yenden Gyazu Dewa Gorjela, Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zo, Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Wan, Shabda Pradija Zuham. Onam Shingdu Gyawa Yala Namaran Jin Bebe Sujudin Nandung Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme Jendugi Jesus Om Maria Lugis Zabariwa Ruba Bradija Luha Sanlam Shingdu Gerbe Samela Namaranjin Bebe Dranyende Yanden Yerme Zemgi Bulana Yenden Tugi Jesus Om Maria Lugis Zabariwa Sabda Bradija Luha Sonam Singdu Girbe Sangela Amaranjin Mebe Dri Chobdi Nandan Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jendugi Jesus Om Maria Lugis Vara Zabari Wan Yande Bradija Zuham Zonan Jingu Girbe Zangela Namaranjin Bebe Rochodi Nanda Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jindugi Jesus Om Arya Lugishvara Zabariwa Raza Pradija Zuha Sonam Shindu Girbe Sangela Namaranjin Mebe Rekchoti Nandan Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jindugi Jesus Arya Lugis Zabari Wanasbaza Pradija Zuha Anzu Wamba Juda Ramjawa Rama Regna Dewe Gir Girben Gozar Injin Dalu John Jirbu Zobadanda Dugir Gembarju Om Nadastri Ahum Zoham Gawa Zembe Ramshin Dendanjir Genjin Dagir Bamiselya Injin Gendru Blue Drugangi Sende Gembe Gulu Tobarsha Om Vajalam Karabambushani Ahum Soham Ninjin Zebe Dashi Bumbari Latso Shugi Kande Puwai Nyung Nä Drima Punjane Chandu Sengi Lengi Lembarsho Om Badakala Shan. Jingham Buhoju Nenda Bumia Monin Degi Zaji Om Nenda Egi Ahum Jijani Go Yugi Gorwe Ozu Liga Bori Rab Shalu Babo Zambuli Lubalandu Chandra Minyan Luda Luba Ayadanayajan Yadandana Jojo Raminyan Dandraminyan Gita Rinpoche Asangizin Dujayiba Namo Bayilodo Olo Rinpoche Nogo Rinpoche Lunbo Rinpoche Lumbo Rinpoche Lombo Rinpoche Dajog Rinpoche Buje, Jungo Yibon Bak, Yema, Jungwama, Duma Gama, Medama, Dubuma, Nazuma, Driduma, Yima Dawa, Nimbuje, Şöyle number gawe gelsin uzularami belcü bunzum zobamazom bazan yinyu doğan vadida dindren zavarang yubajebe Lamadan Vadandan Gebadu Yang Patuk Tuje Tempo Latsuk Jepanam La Jingam Duwagyo Sedro Edondu Jizuzu Jene Dandak Sudro Armange Damge Taran Yambe Tamse La Tukse Wachembo Goni Jingi La Tuzom Zajibugi Joji Meidong Amrirali Nile Gambadin Sange Jindo Mele Guwagi Yogunam Jimham Shivayoda Gijadam Om Zum Gewen Rudranyan Baz Udam Jojem Mambam Niva Mugile Duzuran Sadruvam Jingilo Veldelame Rudzejelva Naham Yam Yolam Viyomwaram Vasmalu Suzadriyajane Yoduzam Yitobam Zilo Idam Guru Ranamandala Ganayadayam. A thousand arms are a thousand wheel-turning kings, a thousand eyes who have 1,000,000 Buddhas. Khor should an offer praise to Vendalapa look at Shivadi shows that everything that is subdued thus would be subdued. Although the Dharmakaya is inseparable like space, the form bodies are separately visible like rainbows. Khor should an offer praise to the 5 families gone to bliss, gaining mastery over method and wisdom. Streams of nectar descend from the fingers of both the self and front generations, filling the vase with the nectar of exalted wisdom. Namurannadraya namaya jhanam Saigara Varjam Virajaya Tadagabhayam Hare Samyak Sambuddha Namazara Tadagabhayam Hare Samyak Sambuddha Namarya Saraya Bodhisattvayam Satvaya Mahagarnika Hayada Om Navradahara Idevade chale chale, rajale braja, kusume kusuma ware, vimele jidivala mabana yesuha. Namarajaya. The exalted wisdom beings of the self-generation absorb into the front generation. Upon a lotus and moon disk at the crown of my head is Bhikshi Lakshmi, dressed as a renunciate. With hands folded at her heart, she intercedes with the merit field on my behalf. Wounded and Gundula Juden Lama Zima Zungiru Babu Mahizowo Duran Zonderu Baum Dube Geljo Dube Dubai de Babu Eden Zungi Ganga Jurad Zelum Dejabaven, Tuze Guzanden Barbum, Dejena Wada Ye Yugens in Barbum, Nage Jurgen Yida Jigumzer Wabum, Tugyun Zergiba Menam Bargain Barbum, Vision Relben, Fenwar Marzir Gupa, Bujaligi Boda Wata Borzepa, Jengi Bama Judu Janghi Yamba, Kawadum Danam Garding Eden Baba. Dreame Uja Muti Zumbo Zebamu Zebe Ozergyareng Marbogen Pau Padme Zudar Jabima Warjebamu The gate drinking of Dan and Jing Jimbabu Rin Jen Bang Bo Boom Bai Ni Ni Yen Bao Bo Bu Mei Zhu Da Ja Gil Zhang Xin Jun Bao Vida Bu Bei Nu Ma Yu Ba Ge Bao Bo Yin Jia Du Bong Ye Jing Yan Ang Zheng Wa Bo Dream Meva Bame Julane Pambu De Wengoni Bame Dabda Jambambu Zegi Gera Julona Bordre Bambu Azordri Bere Jam Jimbam Zimbabu Gube Gyanjo Virgin Barrels in Pabo, Junior Sonam Mombonia was a Pabo. The do they way June Bane Zawabo. Sundar the Jinka Juju Baden Pabo. Jordan, Gubong Jule Gyawabo, Zegi Gandru Drai Jabi Yawam, Zumbene Baji and Barzebab, Rumbe Drodar Langchen Chegdar Shikbabu, Yuan Yewa. Zajinlemanyewabo, umetsotam chuhitsolejawambu. Anshidadu turang lamne gubai, shenreziki wampo ilazanjeje. Jodin, Najinzewajina, Dinige Bambu Mayan, Gewadi Amam, Gewadam Jadam, Jiden Lede Gubakundruyo. O my prostitute, the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise to the three realms, the one who spirit, the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostitute the pretty protector of the three realms. Hold the noble holy body, king the body, one's gonna bless the crown, holds the one gonna bless in infinite light. Yes, from me generous radiant, dispel the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, she left its birth beat on the golden goddess. When we're flashing in the other golden pagan top there, faces beateth with the full moon. You let us like guards, what's encompassing. Your body is pure like a snow or a conch. You are clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn the bed of light with a red dawn. You are in arms arranging upon of lotuses. You that are called the autumn clouds. Your shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as ever the best of leaves. Your left breast like a by antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You wear alone the supreme sin with lotus because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. It's the lamb of the bed of the red jewels. Your palms are you wear a skirt of his with the golden hips. You lead one supreme wisdom, God me the goodish, and you've got the multitudes of merit. To acquire the supreme state, which of bliss and spell of aging disease, and triple liberty, as spell of holy to those enduring space. Supreme body being victor in battle with Mara's forces, you feed her along with the sound of golden anklets, you isolate some self-interest, before birth the Brahma. You move the swans again like a proud elephant, you feel the validity, accumulation like of the doctrine, when I first condition, milk and ocean of water. When I remain one rises dawn, the sprinkly wings up and look at his throne of mind, and pure and clearly with such a supreme praise. All the many superman dating, the wish of this life and off with your lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise to the three realms, one who is praised to the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, and the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold up the noble holy body, name the body of some one's God of bliss, your crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. From your generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost who left in its perfect under the golden lotus. One flashing later go on a freaking top pair, faces the beautiful full moon, you're like guys, it's just encompassing your body is a freaking bodies be like snow or a conch. You know, celestials a lot of colors, good in pearls, you dwell as you wear flushes, you're doing beautiful light rays that get it done. Your arms are hands, a pot of lotus is used to not the color of clouds. Two shoulders that are many jewels, your palms are smooth as singing the best of leaves. Left breast the pinnacle of antelope skin, you are alluring earrings, pointed ornaments. You dwell on the supreme stainless lotus leaf, as your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal, you have sublime blue blood and red jewels, you wear a skirt as the color of the cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the gradation, and collected the multitude of the merit to acquire the supreme state. The source of constant blessing, the spell of aging disease, the gentle liberator, and the spell holy deeds to those enjoying space. So the human body being victor to battle with Mara's forces, if either illumined head of an anklets. Rice thinks himself interest, the poor bird, the Brahma, move the swans again like a proud elephant. Yeah. So look at the accumulation of half of the doctor, when they freeze in the ocean, milk and a of water. Whether her main organ or as a dawn, strictly brings heaven look at his heart and mind, and feel like pillars, such as supreme praise. All the minutes for Monday need to be fulfilled in this life and laugh at your lives. The Lord posture to the protect of the world, he with the good of the world, praise for the few realms. One who is praised which will God tomorrow to Brahma, praising you supreme king of sages. I feel the wishes of being the pursuit of the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of an upper holy body, containing the body that one's God and bliss, crown holds the one God and bliss, for infinite light. Use the generous right hand that spells the great thirst, the hungry ghost who left in its perfectly to order golden lotus. When the flashing yellow girl in the fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon, you lotus girls are exquisitely encompassing. If fragrant body is like snow or a conch, you are clustered with flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful light rays to get it dawn. Your arms are arranged upon the lotuses, you need a celestial clouds, your shoulders are the many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of lace. Your left breast like a hubble antelope skin, you are lowering your earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Jill, the supreme stainless lotus, if it's the minute smooth as a lotus petal. Have a slum glow about the jewels, your palms are smooth as young ear, where a skirt of the cloth on the hips, you have the born supreme wisdom, God, the other condition, you collect the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging disease, the liberator, and the spell who leads those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars versus the future luminous of the banquets. Life living from self-interest, the forebirth, the holly, you blew into the swans, getting a proud elephant. Full of capacity, accumulation, I got to the doctor when they face me, ocean, milk, and ocean of water. Whatever minimum when I was down, the spectator brings have a look at his heart of mine. So that it clearly reflects the supreme praise, all the mundane needs will be fulfilled. This life and all future lives. I brush you to the breath of the world, you the good of the world, praise with the Hiram, the one who cheered, praise with the chief holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfilled the wishes of beings, I brush you to the supreme depth of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, in the body that one's God of bliss, you crown holds the one God of bliss of an infinite light. His swim generous right hand spells the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, you left fan. Fulfilling him the golden lotus, you want to flash and radiant of the garland, fragrant top pair. Your face is beautiful, the full moon, you take it, looks like God's with encompassing it, for your pure body is, your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You are close to the flawless, good and girls, you're doing beautiful like this, and dawn. Your arms are angel component of lotus, you the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, the palms are smooth as young the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on the supreme status lotus, it is your abdomen, smooth as lotus petal. So fine gold about the red jewels, you wear a skirt of smooth like cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom gone beyond the condition and collected the multitude of the merit to acquire the supreme state. The source of constant bliss and the spell of aging and disease, which triple liberated and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor of the battle with Mara's forces, he feed her along with sun and golden anklets. Like being himself interest, the four birds of Brahma, he knew the swan's gate like a proud elephant. With a look at the accumulation of after the doctors and when they faced me, I should milk and ocean of water. Whatever from the Norman eyes to the dawn, strictly been to the look at his heart of mine, and feel like there is such a supreme praise. All the men that super by needs be of this life and all future lives. Or I pass you to the back of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the few realms. One who is praised for the holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising the supreme king of sages, to fill the wishes of beings. The process to the supreme direction of the three realms, all of the holy body, into the body, and one's gone to bless, you crown hope the one God bless with an infinite light. From the generous right hand spells the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost who left in his perfectly adorned the golden lotus. From the flashing you look up in the freaking top here, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are swift and encompassing, your face is beautiful, your fragrant body is put like snow or a conch. You were close to flawless good and curls, you don't do the beautiful light with the weight of dawn. Your arms are arranging upon a lotus leaf in typical autumn clouds. Two shoulders are doing many jewels, your palms are smooth sing of the best of leaves. Left breast is from into up skin, you wear long earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You go on a supreme stainless lotus, if your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal, you have spine blue velvet red jewels. You wear skirts with glitter cloth on the hips, you have the above supreme wisdom from the other ocean. Collected the multitude from merit to the supreme state and consequence of bliss and spelling of aging disease and truth liberator and spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme body being victor of the battle with Mars forces, he Peter alone with seven golden anklets, voice of himself self interest, the forebirth of Rama, with the swan getting a proud elephant, he fell like a pit of the accumulation of look after the doctrine. When it faced from the ocean of milk and ocean of water, whatever men omen are since the dawn, respect living have a look at his heart of mine, feeling clearly recites his supreme praise. Other men and supermundane needs to be fulfilled in his life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the three realms. Wonder is praise the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, taking the bodies at once, God bless the crown, hold of one God bless of an infinite light. Swim the generous right hand, dispel the hunger, those to the hungry ghost, left in his perfect beauty, one of the golden lotus. When a flashing idol, the garland of dragon top pale, faces beautiful like a full moon, full of what the gods are twisting and encompassing. You know, square, where your fragrant bodies feel like snow or crunch. You have courses of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn a beauty bright like red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon the lotuses, you lift as the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are resting many jewels, your palms are smoothing and the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by nettle of skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in supreme stainless lotus of your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal, you are bound with abundant red jewels. You wear skirts with the cloth on the hips, you the able one supreme wisdom upon the undergirdation. Collected a multitude of merit of God, the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator, and spell of holy to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, you Peter alone with of the necklace. You isolate beings from self-interest before birds of Burma. You the swans getting a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation of the doctrine. Wonder face from the ocean of milk and ocean of water, whatever minimum is the dawn, the spirit brings ever look this far to mind. Feeling through the recites of supreme praise, all the minutes of mundane needs to be fulfilled. This life and all future lives. When I brought you to the protect of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the two realms. One who is praised the chief of holy gods, the Maras and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, who fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold up in the holy body, clean the bodies of it at once, God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of an infinite light. This one generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfect for the one, the golden lotus. And my flag, flashing your glow in the big and top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. You lotus like eyes are within encompassing it. Pure bodies, bigger bodies feel like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls adorned with beautiful light like the dawn. Your arms are ranging upon lotus seeds, beneath like the clouds. Your shoulders adorned with many jewels, your arms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, if it's your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal, it is bound with the benefit of jewels. With skirt of its with cloth from the hips, you leave one supreme wisdom, calmly on the good ocean. Close to the most the merit required the supreme state, which was the constant bliss, the spell of aging disease. The triple liberated spell of lineage to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mara's forces, you feed her alone with out of the necklace. With like being himself interested for both the Brahma and with the swans get like a proud elephant. To look at pit of the accumulation of after the dark one of face from the ocean, milk and ocean of water. When her many woman is done, spiritually things have a look at star to mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate you, the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, who helps the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold every noble holy body, creating the body as if in one's God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss, with infinite light. The generous right and dispel the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost, left in his fifth, the hidden one, the golden lotus. When a flashing yellow look all in the big top hair faces Peter like the full moon, you feel lotus like eyes are within encompassing, your faces, your pure, wicked body collection of our conch. You wear clusters of bloodless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light red at the red of dawn. Your arms are hanging upon of lotuses, even to the color of clouds. Two shoulders that are many jewels, your palms are smooth, the best of leaves, your left breast is covered in full skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, if you surrender them in the smoothest lotus pelly, the spine for the bottom of the jewels, you swear like spread of his golden cuff on the hips. You have one supreme wisdom on the other condition, convert for the multitude of the merit of God, the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and spell of aging and disease, which are liberated in the spell of liberty to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Norse forces, you Peter alluring centers of an anklets. You isolate things from self-interest, the four birds of Brahma, you move the swans, get like a proud elephant. You put the accumulation, look after the doctrine, when they fish from the ocean of milk and ocean of water. What a hermit woman nourishes the dawn, spectacly brings up a look at his fire to mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise to the few hands. One who is praised that you for the gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, who fulfills the wishes of beings, and prostrate to the supreme protector of the few hands. Hold of a noble holy body, painted in blood, as one's blood, blessed crown, hold to one good blessed infinite light. When generous right hand, the spell of hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost, left bend, and his prophet, you want to go to lotus. When a flag flashing and blue, ready on the going to pagan top air, faces people with the full moon. Lotus like gods, who's good to be encompassing it, pagan body for like snow or conch. Yeah, work on you, we're close to the flawless good imperials, you're doing a beautiful light with regretted dawn. Your arms, her hand took upon a lotus, you into the color of them clouds. Two shoulders are doing many jewels, your palms are smooth as young the best of these. Left breast is her, but antelope skin, you are alluring earrings, breasts and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme sadness, lotus, as you add the minister smooth as lotus petal, you spangle the bundle of jewels, you're to the skirts of cloth, with the cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, God, beyond the good ocean, collected multitude to the merit, to far the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and the spell of aging disease, the triple liberated the spell of holy, each of those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mara's forces, you Peter alone is hand of an anchor. You isolate things from self-interest, the four birds of Hermione, you move with swans, getting a proud elephant. You feel like a bit of the accumulation of after the doctor, one face from the ocean, milk and ocean of water. When Hermione open the dawn, spiritual things have a look at this far to mind, and pray them through such supreme praise. All the mundane for mundane is be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. And my pressure to the back of the world, you the good of the world, praise to the few realms. One who is praised, the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of satyrs, and all the wishes of beings, and prostitute, the supreme protector of the few realms. Hold of a noble holy body, taking the body of the infinite ones, one of blessed crown, hold to one God blessed infinite light. Through generous writing, dispelled the hunger, there's the hungry ghost who left in his birth feet one of the golden lotus. When a flashing meteor, the girl in a fragrant top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like gods are exquisite and encompassing it, your pure fragrant bodies feel like snow or conch. You were clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful light wraith of red at dawn. Your arms her rain took upon a lotus, as you went through another god of clouds. Two shoulders are the many jewels, upon the smoothest song of the best of thieves, left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You were layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Your two shoulders are the many jewels, your palms are smooth as young of the best of thieves. Mm. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You were layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You were doing a supreme Venus lotus. So your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. Your spine glowed about the jewels. Were skirt as a cloth on the hips. You have the abundance of humor of God beyond the goodness and neglected of multitude and merit of God, the supreme state, and source of constant bliss, and spell everything disease. The triple liberator and dispel the holy day to those enduring space, the premium body being victor of the battle with Mars forces, your face, uh, your two short, yeah. If you're alone with head of golden anchor, twice slipping some self-interest, the probe of the Brahma, with the swans getting a proud elephant, you feel they complete the accumulation after the doctrine, you know, the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever made Omanar is dawn, respectfully brings up a look at his far to mind, peeling clear such as supreme praise all the money and superabundant needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. One prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise to the sea realms. One who is praised that you, holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, and prostrate to the supreme protector of the sea realms, holy in the holy body. Then in the body is one of God and blessed, crown, hold the one God and blessed in infinite light. From the generous right hand, dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost left in his perfect beauty, one of the golden lotus. To show, you are the one with a flashing and vivid element, vacant up here, pieces of full of moon. Vacant, lotus like eyes within encompassing, your vacant bodies feel like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless, glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light like the red at dawn, your arms arranged in a pot of lotus, you stood up with all of them clouds. Two shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as young at the best of leaves, left breast is of an antelope skin, you are lowering earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You dwell on a supreme saintess lotus, and as your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal, you spine with abundant jewels. Where a skirt of its gold cloth from the hips, you gave one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the good ocean, you collected the multitude to the merit. To acquire the supreme state, there shows the constant bliss and the spell of aging disease, which is liberator and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone in sound with all the necklace, you isolate beings from self-interest and the full birth of Brahma, Move the swans get like a proud elephant. You collect the accumulation of after the doctor one day fish the ocean milk and ocean of water. What a hermano woman is the dawn, respectively brings heaven, look at his far to mind, and feeling through the recites of supreme praise. All the money needs for many be fulfilled in the swift of all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you with the good of the world praise for the two realms. Warriors praise the chief of holy gods, Marath and Brahma. Praising your supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the few realms. Hold up a noble holy body, creating the body as infinite one's gone of bliss, the crown holds the one gun bliss of infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly hidden under the golden lotus. When a flashing yet the garland, fragrant top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like eyes, like hoops and encompassing. Fragrant body is pure like snow or conch, your work clusters of flawless glitter and pearls, you adorn it with the flat lights of the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like upon a lotus, you have the call of autumn clouds, your two shoulders are divine angels, your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by the skin, you are alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You are on the supreme status lotus, it is the abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. Sublime with the bed of the jewels, your palms are smooth as young, you are squatted with the cross on the hips. You are the ever one supreme wisdom, God, and the good ocean you live, collected multitude of merit, God, the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and the spell of aging disease, which have liberated and spell honey to those in your own space. Supreme in body being victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are along inside of the banquets. You always something from self-interest, the forebird, the Brahma, you move the swans, getting a proud elephant, you flick a bit of the accumulation after the doctor when they first in the ocean, no ocean of water. One of her men woman arches the dawn, the speckling wings ever look at his far to mine, appealing clear, such supreme praise. All the minute it's super mundane needs to be fulfilled this night with all future lives. O my prostrate to the breath of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the few realms, one is praise for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, extended bodies, hidden ones, gone to bless, your crown holds the one, gone to bless, of infinite light. The supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger, thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly adorned the golden lotus. One of fast, flashing in your the garland of fragrant top hair, pieces beautiful with the full moon, your lips like eyes and twisted with the compassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or cold. You wear clusters of flowers, glitter and pearls. You're doing a bit of light as the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotus as you know this the hundred color autumn clouds. Your shoulders are adorned many jewels. Your palms are smooth as on the best of days. Left breast is covered by antelope skin. You are alluring earrings, presents and ornaments. Dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. Supplying the band of new jewels, your palms, your fragrant your first good as a quarter off from the hips, you the one supreme wisdom gone beyond the great ocean. You collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator, spell holy to those who do it. Supreme in body being victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alone with sound of the naked. So I slipping some self-interest, the Thor brought the Brahma, the swans again like a proud elephant. You look into the accumulation of after the doctor when I preach in the ocean, milk, and ocean of water. Whatever men woman are, as the dawn respectfully brings up and look at your far to mind. Feeling clearly recites the supreme praise, all the mundane needs to be fulfilled. It's like an all future lives. And I praise to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the three realms, one is praise for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I praise to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold up a noble holy body, contained the body, ten one's God bless the crown, holds the one, God bless the infinite light. Your generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly hidden under the golden lotus, you one of the fast, flashing in the girl, and the fragrant top pair. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch, you wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you're doing it beautiful light rest of God of dawn. Um, your two shoulders, your arms are raised upon the lotus youth, and youth will have the cloud of home clouds. Two shoulders are the many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. The left breast is covered by antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. The one of whom Santa lotus in the jab, and the smooth as the lotus petal, you have flying with the bells of the jewels, you palms. You wear skirt of the cloth of cloth on hips, here they weigh in one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the good ocean. Collected a multitude of merit to crowd the supreme state, which was upon bliss, and spell of aging disease. You're the triple liberator, and dispel a holy age to those enjoying space. Supreme in body being victor in battle with Mars forces, you Peter alluring the son of the night with who has not some self-interest before both the Brahma. Move the swans, get like a proud element, to look at the accumulation of the doctor, when his nation, look at the water. But Herman and Winners as the dawn respectively brings up and look at his road of mind, feeling through their sight of supreme praise. All their mandated and supplemented needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise with the three realms, one who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma.
Praising you, Supreme King of Sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings and prostrate to the Supreme Director of the three realms.
Hold the venerable holy body, cleaning the bodies of the ones God bless, the crown holds the one God bless, benefit light. Whom generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, the left hand is perfectly adorned with a golden lotus. One with flashing arrow than a pagan top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your pagan body is built like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you wear adorned with beautiful light rays of red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotus, and you to have the color of autumn clouds. Your shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaf, your left breast like a velvet antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You adorn the supreme status lotus with the abdomen as smooth as lotus petal, you define on the bed of jewels. Is my problems are. You wear a skirt of physical cloth on hips. You gave one supreme wisdom, God me the condition. Clipped with a multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. To some constant bliss, to dispel every aging disease, and triple liberate and dispel holy exclusion during space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alluring, with the sound of golden anchor, to athletics from self-interest, before above the Brahma. Move the swans, getting a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation of after the doctor, one increase in the ocean, milk, ocean of water. Whatever man or woman are since the dawn, the sparkling beings have been looked at his heart of mine, and purely clearly recite the supreme praise. All the money super mundane needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O my prostitute, the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. One who is praised by the chief and holy God, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of satyrs, fulfill the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold of a noble holy body, king of the bodies, one's God of blood, secure and hold of one God of blood, infinite light. You supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with a golden lotus. When a flashing ethereal garland of pagan top pair faces beautiful like the full moon, his lotus like eyes are exquisite encompassing a pagan body still like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn a beautiful light rays of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, you used to have the color of autumn clouds. To your shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Left breast like a hybrid antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Or as well in the supreme status lotus is your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal, you flying on the abdomen with jewels. Whereas skirt is put a cloth on the hips, you able and supreme wisdom God beyond the edition. Select the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the dispel of aging and disease. Or the triple liberator, and dispel holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alluring the sound of golden necklace, to actually peaks from self-interest. Before above the Brahma, you move the swans again like a proud elephant. You fully completed the accumulation of after the doctor, one face in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman allows the rises to dawn, the sparkly beings have looked as far and mind appealing freely recites the supreme praise. All the money the super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate too, the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. One who is praised by chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold of a noble holy body, clean bodies. Infinite one's God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. Supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger, the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly on the cause of lotus. What a flashing into the garland of pagan top bare faces beautiful like the full moon, yet lotus like eyes are exquisitely encompassing. Your pure pagan body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you are adorned with beautiful light rays of red at dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotus is used and have the color of autumn clouds. Your shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as young with the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme sinus lotus, if you rather than the lotus petal, you slung with a bell of no jewels, you wear a skirt of exquisite cloth and hips, you want supreme wisdom, God, the other condition. Collected multitude of merit to God, the supreme state. Source of constant bliss, the spelling of aging disease, and triple liberate, the spell of holiness to those enjoying space. Your supreme body being victor of the Mao with Mars forces, your feet are alluring the sound of the necklace. You are sleeping from self-interest before birth the Brahma, you move the swans again like a proud elephant. You feel like a bit of the accumulation back after the doctor one, a fish in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman earth is adorned with sparkly things that beloved is far to mine and peeling recites the supreme praise. All the minutes super Monday needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised with the three rings, one who is praised by chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body containing the body of infinite ones, God of bliss, your crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light.
With the firmly generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with a golden lotus. When a flashing yellow, the garland of fragrant top pair pieces beautiful the full moon, yet fully, but you live like others with the compassing a vacant body as pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless golden pearls, you do not beat at the light as the red dawn, your arms arranged upon a lotus is youthful. Have the color of autumn clouds, your two shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves, your left breast is covered with antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments, you roll on the supreme state as lotus. Serve as if you had the minutes to smooth as lotus petal, you have the fine golden belt of the two jewels. Yours, uh, you wear a skirt of the cloth around the hips. If the able one supreme wisdom, God the other Ganesh, and the collected and multitude of merit, to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberated dispel of holy deeds to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, your feet are alluring with a set of golden anklets, who has nothing from self-interest, the forebode the Brahma. You move the swans, get like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine, one who fish in the ocean, milk an ocean of water. Whatever may know Minaris is the dawn, directly brings every look at his heart of mine, and purely completely recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs to be fulfilled this life and all future lives. When I prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfilled the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, take of the body is one's gun, but the crown holds the one gun bush of infinite light. From the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly on the golden lotus. When a flashing in look on the big and top there, face is beautiful like the full moon. It little cycles are exquisitely encompassing, your face is beautiful, your shaken body feel like snow or a conch. Yeah. You wear clusters of flawless golden pearls, your uh, golden pearls. Your you're doing the beautiful light with the credit down. Your arms are hinged in a pond of lotuses. You still have the color of autumn clouds. You break it. Yeah. We're two shoulders that have many jewels. Your palms are smooth as with the best of leaves. Left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Dwell on the supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. It's hung with the belt of jewels. You wear a skirted cloth, skirt of exquisite cloth on the hips. You the able one supreme wisdom, come beyond the ocean. Quest the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of aging disease. The triple liberator and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being pictured in battle with Mara's forces, if you do alone in the thought of the Laneclets, who is living from self-interest, before birth of Brahma, you of the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully consider the accumulation, look after the doctrine. When I face the ocean of milk and ocean of water, whatever may open earth is dawn, the sparkly things ever look at his heart of mine, and pure and clear really sets the supreme praise all the money that's what mundane needs, we fulfill the life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, one who is praised, the chief of the gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings who have brushed the symbiote of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, king of the bodies, infinite one's gone and blessed, the crown holds one God of us, infinite light. As from the generous right hand dispels the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost. He left in his perfectly done the golden lotus. He won the flashing in the other garland, the breaking top there, faces feet of the full moon. Two shoulders are, yeah, your face is beautiful, a little as like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Breaking body is like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless wood and pearls, your arms are adorned your adorned bit of light like the great dawn, your arms are upon a lotus, you still have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders adorned many jewels, the palms are smooth as the best of leaves, left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are alluring your bracelets and ornaments. You have uh, your dual supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. Spun full of better than her jewels, your palms are your skirt of the cloth on the hips. You have the ever one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean, you've collected the multitude of merit and brought the supreme state, source of constant bliss and dispel evading disease, that took liberated dispel of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme body being victored in battle with Mara's forces, defeated alluring the shadow of the necklace. You isolate beings from self-interest, the four birds of Brahma, who the swans get like a proud elephant. You have to like a pit of the accumulation against the doctrine when I face me using milk and ocean of water, whatever middle where is done, speak things ever look at the sword of mine. And Pilatin clearly recites the supreme praise, eliminated the mundane needs of least fulfilled the life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, one who is praised for the holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages fills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, king the body, one God of blessed, crown holds of one God of blessed, and infinite light. With the generous right hand, dispelled the hunger, the hungry ghost, like the people the God of lotus, who would When the flash of the little girl in the big and top bare face is beautiful like the full moon. Your two shoulders, your lotus like eyes are squinted encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or corn. You wear questions of flawless glittering pearls. You're doing a beautiful light red, the red of dawn. Your arms are arranging upon a lotus as youthful, have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders are done in many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young at the best of leaves. The left breast is covered by an angel of skin. You are wearing earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on supreme state of lotus. Surface your abdomen is so smooth as a lotus petal. You have light and golden bell and red jewels. Wear girdles with a cloth on the hips. You be one supreme wisdom, found beyond the good ocean. Blessed the multitude of merit to where the supreme state, the source of constant blessing, spell every divinity, the triple liberator, spell holy days to those enjoying space. The human body being pictured in matter with Mars forces, your feet are laying on top of the golden anchors, who has something from self-interest before but the Brahma. You move the swan's gate like a proud elephant. You fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine. The one who fresh in the ocean milk and ocean of water, whatever minimum is the dawn respectfully brings that veiled light which is vard of mine, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives.
Warrior, compassionate eyed one, who is the treasure of compassion. I request you, please listen to me. Please guide myself, mothers and fathers, in all 6 realms to be freed quickly from the great ocean of samsara. I request that the vast and profound feelings awakening mind may grow with the tear of your great compassion. Please cleanse all karmas and illusion. You lead with your hand of compassion, me and my greater soul feels of bliss. Please me top and raising in all my life be virtuous. You will be undeserved of your path and quickly place us in Buddha's state. The bathhouse has an extremely sweet fragrance, has crystal floor and beautiful sparkling jeweled pillars. The roof is covered by a canopy decorated with shining pearls. Just as the gods offered a bath at the time of the Buddha's birth, so do I offer a bath with pure water of the gods. The offering of ablutions, the protector of Avalokiteshvara, the name of my greatest achievement, vacant nectar. May all the saints do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may they be do good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. Om Zavada Gada Hariya Lopizvada Zapari Vara May offering in the ablution of the Gurus and Edams, the lamp of my greater, the stream of vacant nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may they be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. Om Zavada Gadaya Zapari Vara By offering the ablution of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, lamp of my greater, the stream of vacant nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may they be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution of the hearers and solitary realizers, lamp of my greaters, the stream of vacant nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, may they be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution of the Dakas and Dakinis, lamp of my greaters, the stream of vacant nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, may they be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution of the Dharma protectors, lamp of my greaters, the stream of vacant nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, may they be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. Om Zawata Dagadahaya Lokitana Zabari To that Haragaras and their son, that within a jeweled vault is explicitly filled with pleasing perfume and accompanied by a variety of excellent songs and music, God for this bath. Om Zawata Dagadahaya Lokitana Zabari I dry your holy bodies with incomparable clean, with federally scented cloth. Om Hom Dram Riha. Sarvadadagadaya Lakisvada Zargaya Visvadane Soha. And to purify my mind, that of an exquisite precious garment, multicolored like injured variegated bow. From cups that cleanse the cause of bliss, may I endure the holy garment of patience. Vadavashteyaya Soha. Because the victorious ones are adorned by natural ornaments of the marks and signs, I don't need to have any other kind of ornament. By offering these supreme precious ornaments, may Almighty give me keep a holy body adorned with marks and signs. Para alam Gadavapushaniam Soha. By offering this suspicious vase beautified by jewels and filled with the various essences, may all the saints of Karamandalis be purified, be endued with the moisture of bodhicitta. Vadakalasha. Out of your loving compassion for myself and my guiding beings, O Bhagavan, remain through the force of your miraculous manifestations for as long as we continue to make offerings. Through these virtuous actions of mine, may I quickly become a Buddha in this world, give them by heeding from the benefit of my graders, and may I quickly free sentient beings who are tormented by many sufferings. In all my rebirths, may I belong to a good family, be clear in mind and free of pride. Great compassion, respect for my gurus, and divide in the pledges of Avalokiteshvara, whatever your body, your retinue, lifespan, realm, and so forth. Whatever supreme and excellent name, may I know that to be only common like that. The force of the praises and requests made to you, diseases, evil spirits, poverty, and quarrels become. May the Dharma and good fortune increase, and the regions that under as well. The precious mind of Buddha Spring, Bodhicitta, produce and arise and grow, as to not unlimited, but increase more and more. O greatly compassionate Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. Since we are beginners and in the innocent excitement, our concentration has not been clear, our mantras have been incorrect. Made in addition to the ritual and the scarcely seen and so on. I request you greatly compassionate Aryas to forgive us. You don't allow these to obscure us. Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme 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 Om Mani Padme. The principal, the great compassionate one and his retinue come to the space in front. White nectar flows from the parts of their holy bodies, washing all the outside, inside, and middle of one's body, purifying all diseases, evil spirits, negativities, and obscurations, doors along with their imprints without anything remaining. Then meditate on the divine pride of oneself as the Samaya being. Due to these merits, may I become the great compassionate one. Place all my good beings without exception in that very state. May this precious supreme bodhicitta not born arise, and that is not to decline, but increase more and more. Samsara and nirvana may keep an act of inherent existence and cause and effect, and dependence rising or betraying. Seek blessings to discern the meaning of Nagarjuna's thought. These two are mutually complementary, not contradictory. However many sick sentient beings there are, may they be freed from all sicknesses. May all the sicknesses without exception of transmigratory beings never occur again. In all my lives never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities, the grounds, and paths that contain the state of Vajradhara. The forge, the victorious one, so caught acting as a direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives. And never turn away for even a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones. Like the earth, water, fire, wind, medicines, wood, and the forest, may always be enjoyed by all sentient beings as a life without resistance. May all whole sentient beings' breasts is my life, whether more precious than myself. All the negative karma I put on me, and may all my virtue ripen on them. As long as any sentient being is not been liberated from samsara, I have items to help them, they will achieve highest enlightenment. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, sentient beings with completely empty existence on their own side, and I completely empty existence on my own side, in the state of full enlightenment, which completely empty existence on its own side. And all sentient beings who are completely empty existence on their own side. That state is completely empty existence on its own side, of myself alone, completely empty existence on my own side. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train, to be a hero Manjushri who knows reality as it is, and not of it as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue with the dedication to praise best, although it was the 3 times so that have good conduct. Jiden Kandu Hende Malubam Rale Druwe Zambel Ijino Andres Lumen Tenzin Gadula Zumwa Uje unrujo, duzu jantin dangan gelwe, enzin yomhelwe bunzo do boazin, dozungun wele mozuru. Adam Zubuje Gondujabemro. While appearances, sounds, and the one is just knowing, being the deity, the mantra, and the Dharmakaya, manifest the limitless action of the holy bodies and transcendental wisdom, the mind become one taste from the drop of the holy mind, inseparable from the practice of that great, profound, secret yoga.